Get mild conditions this afternoon, but it comes with some rain and a wind. At least the biggest impacts are going to be into tomorrow. So here's what we have going on. You step out the door this morning, you still want the jacket. Temperatures are cool to chilly, and by this afternoon will be mild as we're headed for the upper 40s to the low 50s. Abundant cloud cover is what we're going to see through a majority of the day, and eventually we bring in some scattered showers later on today, with the best chance really arriving once we get past sunset. So here we go, looking at our radar and satellite. The big story is this storm that is making its way across Florida and then will continue to lift off toward the East Coast, interacting with some energy that's now working across the Ohio Valley. And this is what's going to bring us some big storm impacts into tomorrow. So once again, this does include some heavy rain and some high wind. You can expect some street flooding into tomorrow, likely for both of the commutes. And there is the potential for some minor coastal flooding along the south coast. A flood watch is posted for a majority of our region up to Highway 128. Really, if you're on the North Shore and within Plymouth and Cape Cod and the islands, Plymouth County, I should say, this is where you're out of it. But this has been extended to a good chunk of our region. Now, along with this, the high wind, there is a wind advisory where gusts could be up to 50 miles per hour, where you're seeing this brown shading, and then a high wind warning for areas that are along the coast, down across southeast Mass, Cape Cod, and the islands, where your gusts are going to be a little bit stronger. Up to 60 miles per hour is possible. So while we're still dry today, while things are still relatively quiet, maybe take this time to do anything that you need to do to prepare for this storm. As we look at our future forecast, most of the day is dry. Really, I don't think any showers are going to start to pop up until we get past a sunset, which is good news if you're headed to the Patriots game this afternoon. We start to bring in some scattered showers later on this evening, and then we'll just keep with these waves of rain through tonight. Here we go through the overnight hours. Here's where things start to change. So we'll start to bring in some heavy rain into tomorrow morning. Here's your 6 o'clock timestamp, and that's when we'll be in the height of the morning drive tomorrow. So it's likely going to be a little bit messy. These brighter colors indicating where we have the potential for some downpours. So this chance is going to continue through late morning, through about midday. We'll keep with the waves of rain into the afternoon, that final push through the evening commute before we'll quiet things down Monday night and just leave some leftover showers in the forecast into Tuesday. Looking at the rainfall forecast, 2 to 3 inches for areas the farther west you go, with some localized higher amounts. I do think maybe around 2.5 for areas just right outside of Highway 128, near 2 inches within Metro West locations, and then up to an inch and a half possible for Cape Cod and the islands. Your peak wind gusts, here's the other story, 60 mile per hour plus possible for Cape Cod and the islands, 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts along the coast down to southeast Mass. But even some of these stronger gusts could extend within Metro West, where you see this orange shading, and the potential once you get around 50 miles per hour is where you could bring down some trees, especially now that the ground is going to be saturated with this heavy rain, so there could potentially be some isolated to scattered power outages. Current conditions out the door, 30 in Bedford, it's 38 in Worcester, 41 in Boston, and here we go, headed for highs that are in the low 50s today. Tonight we're falling into the 40s, and tomorrow we'll be in the low 60s. Of course, it comes with that messy storm. We look at a few showers Tuesday, and then temperatures hold near 40 to the upper 30s the rest of the week.
You're just talking, so I'm sure folks at home probably wondering, your dumplings don't have anything in them, huh?
They do not. No, it's just a flour. But the interesting thing is you can use any type of flour you want. If you're gluten-free, you want to be a little bit more healthy, that's where you can make the change there.
Something for everyone. That's great. Well, if you want this recipe along with